We are about to experience one of the luckiest astrological transits that we will experience all year. The planet Jupiter is about to make a perfect conjunction with the planet Venus in the sign of Cancer at 14 degrees. And this is going to open a major window of opportunity, luck, and abundance in your life. The fact that we are going to have Jupiter make a perfect conjunction with Venus in the sign of Cancer on August 12th is going to open up this window of time where you're going to start to see a ton of abundance with your finances. You could enter some new period of your life or new chapter where you start a side business, a side hustle, or maybe all of a sudden you receive a major unexpected raise at work. Something very lucky around your financials are very likely to happen during the Venus-Jupiter conjunction. It's also very likely that you could start to go through a major glow up around this time period as well. The fact that Mars is now in the sign of Libra at the same time as the Jupiter-Venus conjunction really is going to expand upon the effect of the fact that Venus is in this conjunction. As Venus rules over Libra, it's going to activate Venus even more so than if we didn't have any Libra transits at the time of this conjunction. You might also really start to feel like you want to beautify your life. Maybe you start changing the way you do your hair, changing the way you do your makeup, changing your wardrobe, taking better care of your skin. You might really start to focus on themes of just beauty in your life. Very, very Venusian themes will seem to pop up in your life more and more often. And again, this could really manifest in a way that you really start to take care of yourself more. You could want to go to the gym more often. You could really start getting into skincare. You could really start caring about just little things in your life. Now is also a really great time if you've wanted to do anything with your wardrobe. Now is the time to do it. You might start to feel this huge surge of just inspiration for you wanting to change things in your life aesthetically. And this is major glow up energy for everybody because again, when we have a major conjunction in the sky like this is more collective energy. While it will affect you like personally based on your rising sign, it's more so the fact that when we have this type of conjunction going on, it affects each and every one of us still in very Venusian ways. And another way this can really manifest for you is the fact that when we have Venus in a tight conjunction with Jupiter, you could start to see a huge influx of new people in your life. And this could be new romantic relationships, new best friends, new friend groups, because Venus is all about like that really positive social energy. It's all about our relationships. It's all about our best friendships, our romantic partners. So it's very likely that you could really have this effect where like all of a sudden a bunch of new people start entering your life, or like people start sliding into your DM. People start approaching you on the street and are like, wow, I really think this person is really cute. I want to take them somewhere. And you might start to have new romantic partners enter your life during this time as well. It's also very likely that any relationship you begin during this time is most likely going to be very karmic because we currently have Saturn retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and Pluto retrograde. So if you begin a new relationship around the time of the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, like a romantic relationship, it is most likely going to be very karmic. You might find yourself meeting somebody who enters your life who starts to just change the way you do things. Like again, karmic relationships are more so there to help you become the person who you are supposed to become. They're supposed to enter your life and help shape you into that brand new chapter of your life and help you level up. So it's very likely that you could have a very karmic partnership during this time. And again, Saturn being retrograde in the sign of Aries is most likely going to bring a karmic partnership for you. However, this new karmic partnership is also going to be very, very lucky. And that's because again, Jupiter tends to be just a very benevolent planet. It's very, very positive. It's very, very lucky. And even though you're going to see this big focus on those themes, all of those Venusian themes, and even if you have like a new karmic partnership, it's more than likely going to be very lucky for you. Again, think like new romantic relationships that enter your life and all of a sudden you start shifting and changing karmically and really becoming the person who Saturn wants you to become. And that's just kind of how that happens. Like these new people could enter your life and start opening up doors for you. And then all of a sudden those doors lead to more career progression, or all of a sudden those doors lead you to a new opportunity that causes you to earn more income. Or again, that person introduces you to another person. And then all of a sudden you have just like very good things happening with your career, or maybe all of a sudden you get cast into the limelight more often, or you meet that person and then you have more karmic events around it, and all of a sudden something very positive happens in your life and you start shaping into a brand new person. It's like karmic events are more likely to happen around relationships during this time. I would say that the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, while it would be very, very lucky, it's also very possible that you might again experience lots of karmic things happening. It is no coincidence that it is happening at the same time as all of these planetary retrogrades. And the fact that, again, we have Mars in the sign of Libra at the same time as the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, and again, Venus rules over Libra and Mars is activating that sign, you're gonna start to experience the effects of Venus to the max, basically. Like, you're really gonna start to feel these themes, and it's more than likely, while like a lot of very good things will happen, it's also karmic things. And again, you might have that like glow up, or like you might start focusing on your aesthetics more and more often. And again, it'll be kind of like a karmic new beginning for you, where like if you decide to change your hair color around this time, or get new tattoos, or again, change your wardrobe or do something, it's like a karmic experience that is supposed to happen based on Saturn being retrograde in the sign of Aries. The fact that we are all also getting adjusted to Pluto being in the sign of Aquarius and it's retrograde right now, the Pluto retrograde is like causing you to transform in order to really get adjusted to this new Pluto and Aquarius energy that we will be in for the next 20 years. Pluto is now in the sign of Aquarius and it'll be there until 2044. And for all of us, it's activating a new area of our lives. And while we did start to experience Pluto and Aquarius last year, when we did have that time period where Pluto dipped back into the sign of Capricorn in about October of 2024. And now in 2025, we're fully experiencing Pluto and Aquarius full time this year. This is the first year that we will fully experience Pluto and Aquarius energy to the max. So again, you might find that especially during this time, if you have any changes with your beauty, your relationships, the ways that you actually earn your income, the way that you actually take care of yourself, most likely very karmic, because the universe is getting us ready for the rest of the 20-year period where we have Pluto and Aquarius. And again, it's also no coincidence that Saturn is currently retrograde in the sign of Aries, and it is going back into the sign of Pisces in just a month here. Like, it is going back into the sign of Pisces in September. So we're still kind of getting that taste and that flavor of, you know, Saturn and Aries. And when we have Saturn in the sign of Aries, it is karmically preparing us for like that brand new chapter of like the next 30-year period, which is really going to set the tone for Pluto and Aquarius, because it takes Saturn about 30 years to make an entire rotation around the zodiac. And when it goes into the sign of Aries, it's all about new beginnings. It's all about new initiations. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So we really are going to start to have these karmic experiences that are going to prepare us really for the next 20 years. That is about what's going to happen for the rest of Pluto and Aquarius. So again, if you have a new karmic partnership start around this time, or if you have a brand new relationship start, or again, you have an aesthetic change, or you have something change around the way that you actually earn your income, it is no coincidence, and it is definitely karmic. But again, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to be a very beneficial transit for all of us, regardless. And again, you might have like very, very lucky things happening to you, but again, it ties back to the karmic thing too, and preparing you and getting you ready for this next 20 to 30 year chapter of your life. So if you want to find how this transit is going to affect you personally, I'm going to go ahead and go through all the rising signs. However, be sure to check your sun, moon, and rising to gain a full picture of how this will affect you personally. So if you're an Aries rising, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to be affecting your fourth house of home life, upbringing, emotions, the things that make you really nostalgic. And when you experience this conjunction, it is very likely that you could have like some new opportunity to change or switch homes, but it's going to be very, very lucky and very fortunate. This is like all of a sudden you have like an angel investor who comes into your life and helps support you financially. And all of a sudden you can finally move into your dream apartment, or maybe you can finally purchase that house. This is going to really affect like your home life more than the other rising signs. And again, this is because your fourth house is all about your home life, your upbringing. This is like where you actually like physically live as well. The place that you call home, your actual physical surroundings. And the fact that it's in the sign of Cancer, which is also very associated with this, and Cancer also rules over the fourth house in astrology. It's like now is like the most beneficial time for you to get that opportunity to purchase a home unexpectedly, or like all of a sudden change homes, switch homes, or again, you might even find yourself really wanting to beautify your home as well. Like you might want to redecorate things, make it feel more at home for you. Like you could find this manifesting in different ways around like your actual home life. However, it's very likely that Jupiter is going to bring a lot of luck into anything that you've wanted to manifest around your home life. Like maybe if you weren't in like the ideal living situation before, now is the time that is most likely going to manifest for you, especially because Jupiter and Venus being in the sign of Cancer, which is your 4th house Aries rising, like that is the most beneficial thing for home life specifically. This is giving, beautifying your home, having the opportunity to purchase a home, change apartments, or really anything that involves your actual home life and foundations. You'll also probably have very beneficial and just very positive relationships with like your maternal figure at this time. Any women in your life, any women in your family, you'll have very, very positive relationships with them. You might also have the opportunity to just like potentially grow your family. Like maybe you actually get married and start having children, or maybe you start actually like growing your family. This is the time you might find yourself getting engaged, moving in with a partner, moving in with somebody who makes you very, very happy. During this time, and especially I think really for the rest of August, and honestly for like the rest of August, Aries rising, you are gonna have like just really good things happen that are gonna make you feel very, very happy. If you're a Taurus rising, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction is going to be affecting your 3rd house of thinking, the mind, communication, and short-term travel. You might find yourself just like wanting to focus so much so on social media. You might have some sort of major breakthrough with social media. You could start to have trending videos, trending content, trending photos. Now is also a really good time to finally start that music project or that podcast, or even write that book if you feel inclined to. Now is really the time for you to do this. You might also find that with Pluto currently transiting your 10th house, it is really calling you to be seen. It wants you to be seen by lots of people, and it wants you to be the manager and like the boss of everything that you do. And you might find yourself again with Jupiter and Venus transiting through your 3rd house and making a perfect conjunction in that sign for you. It's really calling you to be like, social media is right here. You should do it. Keep posting. Like you should continue to share your story, share your content, post the content. And you might find yourself really becoming successful around the time of the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. It's very possible that you could have, again, trending photos, trending videos. All of a sudden you start like a podcast and it becomes successful, or you start a music project and it becomes very, very successful. It's like good things will happen for you, especially around things that you're creating on social media. The planet Venus is going to amplify the effects of like creativity for you. So it's like you might feel very called to create social media content specifically. The way I interpret the 3rd house, I see typically it manifests more strongly in realms of social media than something like the 11th house. Whereas like the 11th house is still associated with it, but the 3rd house is so rooted in actual themes of social media. So you might find yourself again wanting to post more. You might find yourself having like some sort of major creative breakthrough. You could find yourself like wanting to share your content, share your voice. And again, this is a type of energy for you to like start a podcast, and not just start a podcast, but start a very successful podcast, because the 3rd house is very associated with like literally talking, communicating, and speaking, and social media. And you having Jupiter making a conjunction with Venus there, it's like that is the energy that is going to be the best time for you to start something like that and be very successful at it. If you're a Gemini rising, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to be one of the luckiest time periods in your entire life that you have for your actual finances. The 2nd house in astrology is the one house that is very associated with your personal earning power. So this is the money that you make and your earning power for yourself. Unlike the 8th house rules over like other people's resources and like angel investors and getting like unexpected inheritance. The 2nd house is more associated with your own personal earning power. So you might find that now in August, and especially around August 12th, which is the time of the Venus-Jupiter conjunction, all of a sudden you could finally get that raise at work, or you start that side hustle, you start that channel on social media, that all of a sudden your finances increase exponentially. Like we're talking like large sums coming in, like starting a TikTok shop and then all of a sudden making a ton of income in like the time period around August 12th during the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. Something like that is very, very possible to happen for you, Gemini Rising, around this time, because Jupiter is going to really amplify your earning power. Like it is going to expedite it and increase it like through the roof. With Venus, which is known for finances, creativity, your relationships, your aesthetics. So like you have Jupiter, you have Venus, and you have the second house, and it's like all associated with your own personal earning power and your finances. And Jupiter is really going to expand upon that. It's going to make it huge. This is like the one time really in the next 12 years that you have this opportunity to step into like massive amounts of income, basically. Jupiter will expand upon it. And Venus, again, is so associated with financials that this is the time that you receive that major raise at work. But if you do something that will allow yourself to like increase that even more, like starting your own business, or again, just posting on TikTok shop, or doing something that will allow you to tap into those large amounts, you'll have very lucky events around those themes. Cancer Rising, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction for you is the beginning of your hot girl era. The fact that Jupiter and Venus are going to be in your first house of like identity, appearances, self, how you see yourself, going to make you that it girl. Like you are going to be that person who everybody thinks is like so attractive during this time. Like this is like your hot girl era. This is the era that you step into and everybody is like magnetized towards you. Like people find you over the top attractive and everybody wants to be like you or be with you type of energy. You might even find that because Pluto is currently in the sign of Aquarius, which is your 8th house, this can also manifest in ways that you feel like people are even a little obsessive towards you at this time. And it's very likely that Saturn is also calling for you to be seen in the public eye due to the effects of it being in your 10th house along with Neptune. So it's like other people are going to see you and think you're really attractive to the point of obsession. And again, this is like not the energy that you even have to go through like a major glow up with. Like it just kind of happens when you have Jupiter and Venus transiting through your first house. You have these lucky events happening around your appearance. You might not even be going to the gym. You could be a couch potato and sitting there, but everybody's obsessed and thinks that you're like the hottest person in the world right now. And again, because you have Venus transiting through your first house, it's like Venus is also very associated with aesthetics, beauty, with aesthetics and beauty. So it's like the person who you just are, like who you are innately, other people are really focusing on that and like thinking that you are like their type. Again, you're like a couch potato right now, just sitting, not really doing a lot. They think you're attractive. They like you, and to the point where they're like kind of obsessed with you. And again, this can be really beneficial for your career at this time as well because of the 10th house transits you're currently experiencing. But Cancer Rising, this is definitely the start of your hot girl era, so to speak. And while you will really feel the effects now, and especially around the 12th of August, you're going to still be in this era for the rest of this year, like until about June of 2026 because of Jupiter's effects on your first house. If you're a Leo rising, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is really the best time for you to manifest like all year. This is going to be the best time for you to start like a secret new creative project or manifest your dream life, start that vision board, because for you, this is going to be affecting your 12th house, but because you have very beneficial planets there like Jupiter and Venus, you might not really receive like the negative effects of the 12th house, but instead you might receive some sort of like focus on spirituality, focus on bettering yourself, focusing on going through a glow up and having yourself be able to manifest exactly what you would like. The 12th house is even more powerful than the 8th house as it pertains to manifestation because the 12th house is very, very associated with old chapters closing just for new chapters to begin. The 12th house is also ruled by Pisces and Neptune. So it's really that time where you have this window of time to just manifest exactly what you would like. Like if you want to manifest your dream life, your dream relationship, your dream job. This is the time you can do it. Jupiter is also going to bring a lot of luck into all of your manifestations. And if you really want to manifest exactly what you would like, on August 12th is the window of time that is going to be the best time to do this really all year for you. You might also find yourself really manifesting that glow up and it actually formulating within the next few months. You might also find that while Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, you might also be able to manifest things for when Jupiter enters the sign of Leo in the spring of next year. So you might find yourself again doing things now around August 12th and it not necessarily materializing until 2026, but that just makes it even more powerful. It gives you this full year of just like manifestation for it to actually come true the year after. Again, the 12th house is all about old chapters closing just for new chapters to begin. Again, it's like the Pisces energy closing out its cycle, getting ready for Aries. And when you think about Aries energy, it's like, okay, I'm here. I am reborn again. Let's go. That's basically what you're manifesting. Your next incarnation next year. You're manifesting for when Jupiter goes into the sign of Leo and you are ready to start that new chapter of your life. You are ready to step into that new era for yourself. And that's why this is going to be the most potent time for you to manifest. Like again, if you ever wanted to manifest your dream life, your dream job, dream car, dream relationship, now more than ever is the best time to do it. Virgo Risings, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to be affecting your 11th house. And you might find that you're going to start to have very, very lucky things around your social networks, your actual social media presence, who you are in groups of people, who you are in your friend groups. You might have some sort of lucky experience where people come out of the woodwork and start inviting you to social get-togethers, inviting you to more parties, inviting you to concerts. You might also find yourself entering a new friend group or becoming immersed in a new group of people. It's also very likely that you could have some very lucky events around these themes as well. If you're somebody who is kind of like a performer, you might find yourself performing in front of a crowd of people. It's very possible that you could also have a lot of luck around those themes as well. Again, if you work in any sort of like entertainment field and you literally work with crowds of people, this is like a very, very beneficial time for you. Or again, if you work a normal corporate job, you might find yourself presenting in front of like thousands of people for your company. You might find yourself doing webinars, or you might find yourself literally being on stage, but also having a lot of luck there. The way that you'll be received by people is that people will find you very attractive during this time. Because you have Venus transiting through the 11th house at the same time Jupiter is, think large expansion on the people who you're speaking to and them receiving you very positively. This is also the type of energy where like post on platforms like YouTube or post on TikTok or something that will allow you to have major reach, and them really receiving you very positively and having things that go viral, having your reach expand exponentially. Again, the 11th house is all about large groups of people. That's again why it's so associated with things like social media, because it's like large social networks. And again, Venus there is like people are going to see you very favorably and also want to be like your best friend at the same time. So that's also kind of what is going to be manifesting for you, Virgo Rising. It's also again very possible that you could also have some very lucky events happen around like literally networking with people. So if like you're around like large groups of people, you might find yourself talking to this person and then this person, then all of a sudden you get a promotion at work. You get to work on different things that allow you to tap into large groups of people. This is most likely how this transit will materialize for you. Libra Risings, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to be affecting your 10th house of public image, career, visibility, fame, achievement. You might find yourself kind of working harder on your appearance during this time and really fully understanding how you want to be perceived in the public eye. You could also have some sort of major breakthrough with like what you do for a living, or all of a sudden you get seen more visibly in the public eye. Again, this could literally manifest as like viral videos, trending content. Lots of eyeballs will be on you, Libra Rising, during this time. If you're not actually putting yourself in a position that you're on social media, you could again be getting a lot of recognition in your actual job, like your company or whatever job you do. It's very possible that you could have a lot of eyeballs on you. Like people could be really seeing you and like recognizing you for who you are. Your public image right now is going through a unique time period where you're going to have a lot of attention on you. And it's also very possible that whatever project that you start around this time, it is more likely to be very, very successful. If you're starting a new creative project or you're doing something for your company, doing something for your job, it's very likely that it's going to be very successful and you're going to be very achieved in anything that you do. Again, having Jupiter transit through your 10th house, think like very visible recognition from people and like success. It's also very possible that during the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, you could receive some sort of promotion at work. You could have like people see you as somebody who created a very successful creative project, and all of a sudden everybody is like really like celebrating you for what you are doing. Again, think like success, achievement, and also the potential for getting some sort of promotion as well into more of like a management position. Now is the time that it is most likely going to formulate for you, because again, you could receive very positive recognition from like people who are higher up in your company. You could have them be like, wow, this person is like amazing, let's give them a promotion and a raise. You might experience that more and more often, especially around August 12th during the time of the exact conjunction. And again, you currently have Mars going through your first house, which is going to be a bit of a changer from how you experienced Mars going through your 12th. And when Mars entered your first house, it's kind of like now you're kind of seeing yourself for like who you want to be. Like you're starting to get visions of like who you really want to become, what you want your image for yourself to be. And this will really go hand in hand with what you're currently experiencing with the Jupiter-Venus conjunction in your 10th house. Scorpio risings, you are going to be experiencing the Jupiter-Venus conjunction in your 9th house of higher education, travel, philosophy, and spirituality. You might also have more focus during this time on things like advertising or themes of marketing and publishing as well. It's very, very likely for you, based on the other transits that you're going to be experiencing, that there's going to be a door of opportunity that will open for you at your current job. This is possible promotion at work, but you might find yourself traveling more for your job. Like you could have to take more business trips with your job, or again, you could have to like travel around to different colleges and universities as part of like your profession now. Like you could be one of those people who go to colleges, who recruits people to be part of their company, or again, you could literally find yourself transferring and changing into a career that's more focused on higher education. It's very possible that you could have like more opportunities to actually go to colleges or universities during this time. And again, either you're going on business trips or you are gaining some sort of new degree or some sort of certificate. It's also very likely now more than any other time that your workplace will be focused way more on your actual higher education career. So if you don't currently have like an MBA or a master's or a doctorate, now's the time more than others. Someone at your company is more likely to come to you and be like, hey, we want to pay for your MBA, you should do this. And then a door of opportunity will open for you that will allow you to get that higher education degree that you know you deserve. And it might also really be preparing you for when you experience Jupiter transiting through your 10th house in 2026. You might find yourself having to do these things, like again, going on business trips or getting that higher education degree in order to prepare you for stepping into this new higher position in your work. You might also find yourself traveling more and more often as well. And again, if it doesn't necessarily manifest directly as a business trip, you might find yourself going on more vacations or just traveling around the country more. Or again, you might find yourself just like going to different places and finding more doors of opportunity open for travel for you. You could also learn a new skill during this time as well, depending on what you're interested in. If you're a Sagittarius rising, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction for you is going to be affecting your 8th house, and this is most likely going to manifest in more of a beneficial way, as the 8th house can have a lot of very dark themes in it. But in all reality, because we are going to be having Venus transit that house along with Jupiter, while this will expand upon 8th house themes in your life, it's also very likely that you could have new doors of opportunity open for you that will allow you to increase your finances exponentially. It's very possible that you could receive some sort of sudden inheritance or some sort of major tax break, or all of a sudden you could have some sort of angel investor come into your life and help you financially. It's very possible that you could receive some sort of unexpected raise, unexpected unexpected large increase in salary, some sort of like unexpected money coming in through like angel investors, or if you do anything on social media, you might see your finances increase. It's very possible that you could receive some sort of unexpected large sum at this time as well. And it's very possible that you could also find yourself becoming more interested in like astrology, tarot, numerology, any sort of spiritual theme during this time as well. It's very possible that you could also find yourself creating things around these themes. Like maybe you start becoming more interested in themes of astrology and then you start creating products around astrology. That's also very possible. That would lead you to increasing your finances exponentially. Like you could create some sort of Etsy shop or something that will allow you to increase this and really tap into that 8th house energy. If you're a Capricorn rising, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to activate a new chapter of your life where you are seen as very attractive. This is new people entering your life who find you really attractive, who want to be like you or be with you. And this is because it's going to be affecting your 7th house. And your 7th house in astrology is all about one-on-one relationships, partnerships, long-term relationships, and marriages. So you might find yourself all of a sudden becoming a magnet for attention. Like we're talking the type of energy where you walk down the street and everybody thinks you are that person. Everybody thinks you are so attractive and are kind of obsessed with you at the same time. Like people either want to be with you or be your best friend type of energy. It's also very possible that you could also meet somebody who turns into a very significant other, who turns into the one, or someone very, very special in your life. You might also find that you'll have more opportunities to go to parties or go to clubs, go to bars. Because of the sheer amount of attention on you, you'll have a lot of people who will enter your life who find you really attractive, who want to take you brand new places. And because of Jupiter's influence, it is very likely that you are going to meet somebody who will turn into the one, or that very special someone who finds you like the most perfect person. And you could also find that because it's in the 7th house, this will turn into a very long-term relationship. If you're an Aquarius rising, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction is going to be affecting your 6th house of health, daily life, and everything you do each and every day, like your day-to-day routine. And it is very possible that during this time, you are going to be really, really focused on your work life. You could have an expansion on your relationships at work, like all of a sudden you start having more beneficial relationships with your coworkers, or there'll just be a major focus on your work life during this time. Like you'll start to have a lot of focus and a lot of attention on what you do for work, who your coworkers are, and who you surround yourself with at work. It's also very possible that you could experience some changes around this time with like your life, and you could experience some major transformations around relationships specifically. It's also very possible that you could have very beneficial health around this time. And when Jupiter makes an exact conjunction to Venus, this is really going to affect like your work relationships a lot. But you might also find yourself, again, working on beautifying yourself, taking better care of your body, really focusing on things like your skincare, your aesthetics, like literally making sure that you are very healthy. Like maybe you're taking more walks, maybe you're going to the gym more often, maybe you're just trying to take better care of yourself. And this is really going to manifest in a very positive way for you. You might also find yourself kind of like romanticizing your day-to-day life. And again, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction is more so about like your work life, your work relationships, but it's also very possible that you could get into a new work situation where you have very beneficial relationships. Like you could have very, very good relationships in your life. And it's also very possible that you could meet somebody at work who could even turn into like a romantic partner. That's also a possibility during this transit, as Jupiter will really bring a lot of luck into these themes into your life. Like you could have very, very lucky relationships at work and then meet someone there who could turn into a long-term spouse or marriage partner. If you're a Pisces rising, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction is going to be one of the times in your life where you feel like you are the most attractive version of yourself. Like people will start coming out of the blue and think that you are really, really attractive. You might start getting more invitations to go to clubs, bars, parties, social events, anything that you would consider really, really fun and makes you really, really happy. that is about to happen for you. Because Jupiter is currently transiting through your 5th house, it's going to expand upon those themes in your life. And because Venus is there as well, it's like you have the very high likelihood of starting a new romantic relationship during this time. And it's very, very likely that you'll have like a lot of things happen in your life that will make you very happy. Again, this is new romantic relationships, going to concerts you've always wanted to go to, going to clubs you've always wanted to go to, invited to exclusive parties, having people slide into your DMs who just find you very attractive and inviting you to things. That is very likely what is going to be happening for you, Pisces Rising, during this time. And it's also important to note that while these things will happen, you might find yourself really taking all of those experiences and turning it into a creative project. 5th house is all about creativity. It's all about what things that make you feel very happy, the things that make you have the most joy. This is also the things that make you feel like very creatively fulfilled. So this is the type of energy where like you start like a new romantic relationship, but then you start writing songs about it. This is that type of energy. Or it's also the same type of energy where you start going to clubs and bars and parties, and it really opens creative doors for you. Like, again, you could romanticize it so much that all of a sudden you are creating content around it, or writing music about it, or writing books about it, or drawing things about it, creating visual art about the things you just experienced, and turning all of those emotions into something very positive you can share with the world. That is what is in the cards for you, Pisces Rising. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post new videos almost every week. I am still recovering from my own personal 12th house transit. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.